Welcome to the channel, and today we got a special review. Just got them in the brand new Amazon golf ball. Now, this ball has been causing a lot of stir recently just because of a couple things. One, the price point, two, the performance, and three, well, we're going to test the three. We're going to see if this ball can compete with some of the top balls on the market, or if it's just a attempt at Amazon to try to cash in during the holiday season for a growing golf market. So as you can see, this box comes in, it's very basic. I mean, it is a brown box, very small, basically says Amazon Basics on the box itself. Basically says contains a pack of 12. And that's it. That's all you kind of see. It's all you get on this box. So we're going to test these balls out. We're going to pop this open. Now, I got the yellow ones. The white ones were actually sold out. But what you get is a pack of 4 that says Amazon Basics on it. So you can kind of see that there. It's a very basic packaging with this golf ball. Now, with this ball, which is very interesting, is you get the Amazon logo. I don't know if you can see that on there. So all you get is the smiley face on that golf ball. And then it says, for soft. Now, it's a very, very wide, very thick alignment mark. Now, these are touted to be kind of a 2-piece soft core golf ball. So imagine it competing more against a Callaway Super Soft or a anything, Wilson Duo, Noodle, any of that style of golf ball, that softer core. Cover feels relatively firm, but we'll see. We're going to hit these guys. So we're going to test these out on the Bushnell launch monitor here. Got the software running there in the back. So we're going to test these guys out. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to test 3 clubs. We're going to test wedges, and then we'll test 7 irons, and then at last, we'll test the driver out. So we're going to test these guys out. Again, we're going to hit some shots. We'll look at the data at the end, kind of see how this ball performs. I will put it up against another popular ball that's out right now. If you're new to the channel, my name is Adam, former club fitter, top 100 guy for a long time, been in the business forever, 30 plus years. And the channel is just about testing golf equipment, some golf play, and just all around everything in golf. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe there on the bottom. It helps the channel greatly, and we continue making videos like this. So stay tuned. We'll test this one out, and we'll show you what the numbers look like. So what I was kind of noticing here as I was just kind of getting warmed up, this ball, very, very soft sound. So if you've never hit a Callaway Super Soft or a Wilson Duo or any of those really soft core golf balls, the thing you'll notice is that they almost feel like they don't make a sound, which is good and bad. When almost muted off the club face versus say we have a much firmer golf ball here. So this is the Callaway Triple Diamond. This was the My Golf Spy ball, top rated golf ball this year. This thing is much firmer versus this bounces a lot more. Now, the interesting thing, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but they used to say, do a test, drop 2 golf balls, see which one bounces higher. And in theory, the one that has more rebound will go further. Don't know if that's true or not, but if we drop these 2 from the same height, the Amazon ball bounced about an 1.5 inches higher. So interesting, but again, we'll bounce this one. Almost sounds like a super bounce ball versus this much firmer, much harder sounding golf ball. We'll see. We're going to put them down. We'll put them to the test here. So we're going to start out with the Amazon ball. Again, we're going to hit some shots with this guy first. Look at some of the numbers as we go along. Kind of see what the performance is like of this golf ball. A little thin. Pretty nice though. It's very soft. feel nice off the club face. Now, I've used the Callaway Super Soft in the past. Now, this time of year in Virginia, it's getting cool. Today was a nice day. It was in the high 50s. We're still in the second month of fall here. So as we go along, it's going to get colder. So if I do go out on a 40-degree day, I don't like playing with a really firm golf ball. It just makes it feel even firmer. So I tend to prefer a softer golf ball on those cold days. Just so my hands don't kill me when I'm out playing. And I seem like I still get some of the performance back versus a firmer golf ball. A little firmer. Shot. Sit down pretty quick though. So the shot, I definitely need to work on a little bit, kind of get that feel down a little bit. Right on it, go in. I just want to kind of see what a 3/4. I'm hitting my 58 degree here. Kind of what the spin numbers are like. We'll look at some of the launch and some of the other stuff here. Feel really nice off the face. It's definitely a softer sound. Let's hit one more here. So that last one was a decent spin, about 7,000 RPM to spin. Interesting. Okay, so up next we've got the Callaway Chrome Tour. So ball that's played on tour by a lot of the Callaway staff guys, Xander Schauffele, and a lot of those guys that are playing Callaway on tour play this golf ball. So we're going to see how it performs. Again, same yardage, same club. I'm going to try to hit that little 50-yard shot here and just see how the numbers differ a little bit. It's funny, coming from that super soft core to this now feels firm. But right off the bat, the spin rate jumped up with 500 RPMs. Ooh, almost jarred that one. Yeah, that one was closer to what we saw with the Amazon ball. A little heavy. So spin rate will drop on that one a little bit. Hard to describe. When I hit one good, hit one clean, the Callaway feels weightier, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I have a better sense of where the ball is on the face. Not that the Amazon ball feels bad, it's just it's really soft. Take a look at some of the numbers here. We'll see if there really is a difference between those two golf balls. Okay, so here are the numbers for the wedge test. So interesting results here. So we've got the Amazon in red, the Callaway Chrome Tour in, we'll call that green. As you can see on the couple different charts here, we've got the peak height, and we also have the dispersion. Now, ball speeds. Ball speed numbers. The ball speeds were a little bit higher actually with the Amazon golf ball. That softer core, you're going to get a little bit more of that spring effect with that. Launch angle definitely a little bit higher, slightly lower spin, 6,800 to 71, but we're not talking like 2,000 RPMs on those. So that ball has a good chance of stopping due to maybe the little bit higher ball flight and still having decent spin. You'll find a lot of your tour balls, your Pro V1s, the Chrome Tours, that style of golf ball, as you go through the bag, that ball will tend to maybe launch a little flatter with the wedges and still spin a little bit more, because certain players like to flight that ball down a little bit with their wedges, hit different windows. The Amazon ball is going to launch a little higher. It's going to still land pretty soft, just more due to the angle of descent as that ball comes in, but still has decent spin as it was coming in. So I'm pretty impressed with that. The only thing, again, for me was I found that the ball speeds tended to jump a little bit more. You can see that in the deviation number, about 2.5 miles an hour ball speed versus 0.5 with the Callaway. So again, I'm used to the Callaway. It's the ball that I play. So it's probably just more of a comfort level, knowing kind of just how that ball reacts, how it comes off the club face with that one. All right, so total yards 54 versus 51. So the ball was sitting down a little bit quicker. Not dramatic. 2 yards a roll. Actually, a little bit more roll with the Chrome Tour on that one. Side angle, those were both pretty straight with all those. So nothing too crazy on that. So let's look at the 7-irons. Let's see how those numbers change as we go to a longer golf swing, more speed, and we'll see how that changes in the terms of the launch and spin. And we'll do the same comparison. We'll hit a few shots with the Amazon ball, and then we'll hit it with the Chrome Tour. All right, guys. So we are now going to test the 7-iron performance. Now, stock 7-iron for me, usually if I hit it well, we'll go about 170. So we got that set at 170. With this guy, we're going to hit, again, 4 or 5 shots with the Amazon ball, test it out, look at the numbers, and hit it against the Chrome Tour and see how that ball compares to a premium golf ball. So let's give it a whirl. Decent, good club head speed. I got launched pretty high, but we'll see. Look at the numbers at the end. Short. Starting to get a little warm here in the garage, so I'm gonna make a little wardrobe change. Bring me up just a little bit. Still hitting the Amazon ball, so we'll hit a couple more with this one. We're fine pretty well. You're right at 170. Right, one more here. That was hit pretty solid. We'll draw on that one. Actually jumped a little bit. Hit it good. 117 ball speed. All right, guys. So we are going to test the 7-iron now with the Amazon golf ball. Made a little wardrobe change. It's getting a little bit warm here. So I've got the green set at about 170 yards. That's a typical 7-iron if I hit it well for me. So we will see what this ball will do. I'm interested to, most things that I've seen with a soft core golf ball is they tend to launch a little higher, spin a little bit less. I'll be interested to see what the ball speed numbers are like. So we'll hit a few balls with this guy again. We'll see what the numbers look like, and then we'll hit the Callaway Chrome Tour and do a little comparison. That felt pretty good. decent feel. Didn't hit many straight though with it, what's interesting is typically with these softer core balls, they do tend to go pretty well. They spin a little bit less, and sometimes they go straighter, but we'll see. Right, let's look at some of those numbers. Let's look at that average here. Okay, so there is 5 shots with the Amazon ball. Pretty high ball flight. We'll see how that compares to the Callaway Chrome Tour, but off the bat, launch angle 22.4 on the average. Ball speed pretty good though, 117.6. That's pretty good. That's right in my wheelhouse. Carrying right at 170 on the average. I was drawing a little bit, but again, that land angle, pretty good, 49.7. So there's enough height, there's enough spin on that ball. It's still going to try to stop when it comes in, unless you're playing on a tour green. That would be the only thing. The only thing I would be a little bit concerned with is if you were hitting this out of the rough. A little bit too low spin, even with the height, that ball is going to hit and it's going to release a little bit. So we'll see how that compares when we go to the Chrome Tour, see if those numbers change at all versus that one. Okay, so now we've got the Callaway Chrome Tour queued up here. We're going to do the same thing here. We'll hit about 5 shots with the 7-iron, and we'll see how these numbers compare. A little firmer feel. Not bad. I mean, it's compared to like a Pro V1X or even a Chrome Tour X or any of that style of golf ball, TB5X. It's still a nice soft golf ball. Cool. Club face just closed just a little bit. Swing right on it. Okay, so kind of interesting here. We're going to look at the ball data here. Again, between the Amazon softball and the Callaway Chrome Tour. So the ball speeds, negligible. 1 mile an hour difference between the two, 118 for the Callaway, 117 for the Amazon. Launch angle, as predicted, a little bit higher, 1 degree higher. Again, negligible. Where we start seeing the difference though, spin rates. Total spin, this is backspin that we're looking at. So 53.69 for the Amazon and almost 600 RPMs higher with the Callaway. Side angle degrees, starting about the same between the two. Carry numbers, again, identical, 170 to 169. If we look at the bit, so overall though, numbers are pretty similar. You can kind of see on the plot chart there in the red that the Amazon was ever so slightly higher. So higher initial launch angle, but lower spin generally equates to a little bit more carry. Now you look at that total number again, 175 versus 180. So that Callaway ball, because of the added spin, it's going to stop a little bit faster as soon as it lands. So curious to see what this does when we go to driver. So we'll test those out again, see how those numbers change here. But so far, the Amazon it's performing. I mean, as far as the full swing shots, hitting those, the wedges were pretty close. Again, the main thing that we're starting to see a little bit of that separation though is in that stopping power. That ball is going to land a little bit softer when it comes in. It's going to be a little bit more, I won't say controllable, but you won't catch those flyers as much. That ball's it's going to come in and it's going to stop a little bit sooner. So let's check with the drivers here. We'll get them teed up and we'll see how they do. Okay, guys. So we have the driver queued up here. We're hitting the Ping G440 LST driver. I've got the green set out at about 275. Good carrying roll for me typically is about 280. So we will see. kind of what we're looking for here. Ball speeds, if I hit it well, should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 155, maybe 160 if I tag one. All right, so let's get some swings in here. We'll see how we're doing. I'll be honest, that one felt really good as far as the contact. I really expected that ball speed to be a little higher, but that spin rate was super low. Okay. 1,700 RPMs, interesting, okay. I did have a little draw to it, so. That one's floating a little bit. It's going. And pretty low spin on the cut, and that's even with a little fade. Smash factor's not great. That's not, has nothing to do with the golf ball. I mean, that was a little toey, and still that spin was really low. Interesting. A little high on the face. So I expect the spin rate still to be pretty low. 1874. Yeah, didn't hit that one great. Club speed was, that may have been a misread, but we'll do one more here just to give it a fair shake here. Fair shake. Right. Okay, so looking at that one, pretty interesting. Launch was pretty high, almost, what, average was 17.5 degrees of launch angle. Carry 268, like I said, around 270 is kind of my average. 2149 on the spin, so very, very low spin. Descent angle pretty high though, 42.1. So tour average is about 38, but again, with that lower spin, and we were still rolling it out almost 290. Pretty good. Now, my dispersion wasn't great. I was kind of all over the place with that one. That's not necessarily the golf ball to some degrees. That's more my swing. But that being said, you know, the numbers are what the numbers are. That's why this is a independent test. This is me hitting it versus somebody else versus a robot. But it's me. It's in here today. We're hitting the same club versus the same ball. So that's what we're going to see. So again, pretty impressive though. That spin being that low for a soft core golf ball. The smash factor on the average was okay. I think I was about 145, 142. So not great. But the main thing with that one, you know, 268 on the carry, 290 with pretty low spin, relatively high launch angle. So we'll see how that compares to the Chrome Tour. But overall, not bad. I mean, that's playable all day long. Just got done hitting the Amazon golf ball. So now we're going to hit the Callaway Chrome Tour. We're going to hit 5 shots with that one as well. We'll do a comparison and we'll show you the numbers again at the end. I'm expecting this ball to go a little flatter. Ball speeds may be up, but we'll see. We'll see how those numbers change. But let's hit it and see what she does. All right, we're gonna hit it and see what she does. 155 in the ball speed. Yeah, that felt like a solid strike. That felt like a solid strike. Yeah, you can see that smash factor on that one was pretty good. 147. High in the face again. Solid, a little left. All right. I come out of my shoes. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. As good as I can hit one right there. As good as I can hit one right there. One more. That was a good swing too. That was a good swing. Okay. High one on the face again. Ball speed. Spin was maybe a little bit on the higher side. Okay. Let's look at some numbers. Okay, guys. Interesting results. So I took out one miss hit with each club. So I wanted to give them both a fair shot. So, kept the best ones in with both, took out the worst with that. And here we are. So our standard deviation with these guys. Amazon ball speed 149.4, launch angle 17.5, total spin 21.49. Okay, so really high launch, really low spin, 1 yard difference in carry and roll between that and the Callaway Chrome Tour. Now, Callaway did have higher ball speed as expected, 153.3. Most of your premium golf balls, as speeds get higher, again, I'm about 107 if I hit it well on club head speed, we're going to see a higher ball speed with a firmer golf ball. With that flatter launch angle 15.6, a little bit more spin though, 25.28. Side angle ball was maybe a little bit straighter. Seemed like the Callaway was a little more in line versus the Amazon. I was maybe a little bit more left. Looking at all that. But again, if we're just looking at the raw data here, looking at ball speed, launch, spin, carry numbers, total, not bad as we're going through. So again, for pretty big difference in price. I mean, these golf balls are, I think I paid $15 with shipping for a dozen of these balls. Pretty impressive for what they are versus a $50 a dozen golf ball. So, the biggest deltas, the biggest differences for me, definitely feel. I do prefer the flatter ball flight, but because I tend to hit the ball relatively high. If you are a golfer that struggles getting the ball up in the air, the Amazons may be a pretty decent ball for you. But again, for the cost, very impressive. Gain a little bit on the irons. We'll call it a wash on the carry. 1 yard difference between the two. That added ball speed, though, should maybe into the wind, you might gain a little bit more. But again, for the cost of the golf ball, give them a try. Give them a try. Guys, so that is the review of the Amazon Core Soft Golf Ball. Just got these guys in. I think they're only available currently right now on the website as of the middle of November of 2025 in yellow. I think the white ones are sold out, but worth a try. Give them a whirl. I will take these on the golf course next time I play, and we'll do a little on-course review with them. But I think just from a numbers perspective, here with the Bushnell versus the Callaway Chrome Tour, pretty impressed. Overall feel is nice. It is a higher flying golf ball, but could add a little smile to your game, save you some money. So give it a try. Guys, tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Again, hit that subscribe button, like this as well, and we will continue to do more videos. Let me know what you want me to see test next. We can do more ball reviews. New clubs coming out. As soon as we get them in, we will also do some reviews here on the channel. We're slowly growing this community. I appreciate every one of you guys for signing up, and stay tuned. We'll keep doing this. Amazon golf balls. Never thought I would see it. Give them a try. I'll see you soon. Take care.